Hi there, I'm Craig from SolaX and welcome to this video guide in which we are going to show you how to set up the Wi-Fi connectivity so that you can monitor the inverters online via the xCloud and the SolarMan portal. This guide does apply to all the inverters in the range which all have Wi-Fi as standard, so that includes the X1 single phase, the X3 three-phase inverters and also the Hybrid X battery storage inverters. Okay, we're going to begin the tutorial now. Before we do that, one quick point. We always recommend that you use a laptop when setting up the connectivity, well obviously Wi-Fi enabled, rather than using a tablet, an iPad or similar, where you can sometimes have connectivity issues. Okay, so what we're going to do at this point then is connect directly to the inverter itself with a view to connecting it to the customer's router so that the data is transmitted to the internet, to the xCloud. And it's at that point that the customer can then access that data. They can either use the SolarMan web portal or the SolarMan iPhone app or Android app. We'll get onto that a little bit later. So let's set up this connectivity now. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is just open up a list of available Wi-Fi networks. Now you can see there, I'm actually connected to SolaX, so that's our Wi-Fi network here. We use that obviously to connect to the internet. Beneath that we have, as you'll see, another network. It's an unsecured network that begins with a prefix of AP followed by a number. Now that number is the data logger serial number for the inverter we have in place here. So that's a unique number. It's worth making a note of that number because you will need that later on when you actually register the system on SolarMan. But that number does also appear on the side of the inverter on the label, so you know, it does appear in a number of places. But that is the data logger serial number of the inverter, not the serial number itself, so don't confuse the two. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to this network, and what I'm doing here essentially is connecting to the inverter directly. This process normally takes maybe 30 seconds to complete, so just be patient while that connects. Okay, so that connection is now complete. You'll see there it says that the connection is limited. That essentially means that we don't have internet access because of course we are now connected directly to the inverter and not to the internet via our own router. So that's fine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open up a web browser. Okay, so we're on Google Chrome here, and what I'm going to do is put in the IP address of the inverter. This IP address is always the same, it never changes. So it's 10.10.100.254. Okay, the username is admin, and the password, these are the defaults obviously, is also admin. Once you enter those details, you're then taken to this screen. This is like the landing page for the inverter, if you like. So what we're going to do now is connect the inverter. We're connected to the inverter at the moment on my laptop to the router we have here so that it transmits the data over the internet. And we're simply going to follow this wizard here. Okay, it's a 6-step guide. It's very straightforward. So we're going to start that process now. So what it's going to do is it's going to look for local Wi-Fi networks. It's found two there. We're going to connect to the main SolaX one. And you'll see down here that the security credentials they're detected by automatically, so you don't need to change anything there. You simply go to the next screen, and here we are going to enter the password, our local Wi-Fi password here. So obviously, you know, that's something that the customer will know, or if they don't, then it will be on the back or the underside of their router. And you can just enter that, and this again will take maybe 30 seconds to a minute to establish a connection. Okay, so that's completed. Okay, the next screen here, it says please fill in the following information. You don't need to do anything here. You just leave the obtain an IP address automatically. Leave that as enabled, so you don't need to enter any of these details here. You simply go next. Again, you can just skip through this step. It's not important that you change any of these settings, so again just go next, and that is essentially it. You are now the connection rather between the inverter and the customer's router is complete, so the data will be being transmitted to the xCloud, to the internet, and now it's simply a case of trying to access that data, and that's a step that we're going to show you next. Okay, so the connectivity is now in place. So what we're going to do now is we're going to basically run through the process of setting up a SolaMan account. Now, this is something that the installer will sometimes do for the customer. In other cases, it might be that they give the customer the website address and the customer registers their system themselves. Either way, it's a fairly straightforward process, so we're going to run through it now. So at the moment, I'm still connected to the inverter itself. You'll see I'm still connected to the Wi-Fi network there. So we're going to disconnect from there and reconnect back onto our local Wi-Fi network here. And we are connected. So now we're back online, and I'm going to go to the website to register this system, which is solamanpv.com. So this is the main landing page for SolaMan. Now what you might find is on the first visit it will default to Chinese. You simply change it to English here. And on subsequent visits you'll find that it will remember that it's English is your preference, and it will default to English. Now of course at the moment we aren't registered, so we need to do that. So simply scroll down to the button where it says register, and here it will ask you to create a new account. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to enter my email address here at SolaX. Okay, we're going to skip on to the next step then. Once it's done that, it will go to this screen, and this is your this is where you enter the details of your system. Okay, so some of these fields are compulsory. You'll see with the red asterisk. Others are not. You can skip, but obviously the most important thing is to give your system a name. Now you can call it whatever you want. We recommend that the standard here will be to put the surname of the customer followed by their location. So in my case, I would put my surname and then also my location. And by doing that, it makes it easy to identify systems, especially if you're an installer and you have an admin account for SolaMan and you have lots of installs on there. It makes it easy to identify them very quickly. Okay, you can change the image here. The default is just this image of some PV modules, but you can actually put a photograph of the property, or if you're a company, an installation company, you can maybe put your logo there. Okay, so these ones are all now pretty self-explanatory, so we'll just change the country to the UK. Okay, so our system here is installed in Nuneaton in Warwickshire. Okay, we're not going to put the street name in because we'll just put the postcode in. Always best to put a space here. It doesn't recognise it if you take the space out. Time zone, we're basically going to select GMT with daylight saving enabled. Number format you can leave as it is. Temperature unit is down to yourself. You can either have Celsius or Fahrenheit, so let's just change that to Celsius. Size of the system, we have a 4 kilowatt system here at our head office. Feed-in tariff as it stands is 14.38 pence. That will obviously alter in time, so just enter what the tariff is at the time that you register the system. Okay, these aren't compulsory, but we always recommend that you enter the correct details here. So the panel type, just select from the drop-down list if you've got Sharp or whatever it is. In our case, we have Eco Future from Sun to Light. Our inverter type is obviously a SolaX inverter. So we select that from the list. Description, you can put a description there if you wish, it's not compulsory. And you'll see further down here, there are some other fields that are not required: installer, name and phone. You don't need to leave any details here, and I recommend you probably don't. Installer, you can put the name of the installation company. It's always good to know. This is the most important field of all. This is where you enter the data logger serial number. And if you remember, that serial number you can view here. Now when you enter it here, it's very important you don't put the AP prefix before it. You just literally put the number. So in this case, I would put the 6077284464 in this field here. Once I've done that, I would go to complete. Now I'm not going to do it here because this our system here is already registered on SolaMan. But essentially, all I would do at this point is enter the data logger serial number, hit complete, and that would be it. I would then be able to log in and access the data from the inverter. So what I'm going to do now is we'll assume that that's gone through okay. I'm going to go back to the main home page. Okay, and here this time we're going to log in. So this is the login screen. Now what you might want to do is enter this page, the login page, as a bookmark in your browser, so you can access it easily. So here we're going to enter the email address we registered for our system here. So I'll log in and show you it in action. Okay, so that's essentially it. We've covered everything we planned to in this tutorial. The most important things, of course, being the connectivity between the inverter and the router so that the data is transmitted to the internet. And then, of course, we've shown you how to access that data by registering for SolarMan and then logging into the portal to view the data streams. Obviously, we've only scratched the surface in terms of what's possible within SolarMan itself, in terms of the historical data, the reports and the data streams and that sort of thing, but that's something you'll pick up as you go along. Obviously, if there's any questions that you have that perhaps things we haven't covered during this tutorial, then by all means get in touch. You can email us at service@solarxuk.co.uk and we'll do our best to come back to you on the same day with an answer. Alternatively, you can call us. We're here Monday to Friday during office hours. The number is 0845 689 6009. And also, of course, we do have the website where there is a FAQs section and a download section. Included within that is a PDF guide to the Wi-Fi setup, so please download that and take a look at that. Many thanks for your time.